Fuerteventura, a raw, windswept jewel of the Canary Islands where the Atlantic shapes both the landscape and the people who live by it. Long known for its endless beaches and volcanic beauty, the island is now stepping forward as one of Europe's most exciting destinations for sport and outdoor adventure. The 2025 season of RC44 racing concludes with the 44 Cup Marina Jandia. This year, the high-performance owner-driver one design class made its debut in Scheveningen in the Netherlands and rounds off the year with another first, Marina Jandia near the southern tip of Fuerteventura. This is the latest marina to be created by Calero Marinas, who are the hosts of the event with Puertos Canarios and the support of the Canary Islands, the Cabildo of Fuerteventura and Pajara Town.
Marina Jandia is a new infrastructure for the island, and we are doing our best to finalize all the works and have the best service we can provide. I'm very happy to help a bit to bring the 44 Cup to this area. We have been practicing and sailing during these couple of days, and for me has been something amazing. The area for sailing is a really good destination. Used to be for fishing, but sailing is super, and I'm sure that the more people will come and will enjoy. This area is very famous for windsurfing and kitesurf, wing foil, and now will be for pro sailing because the conditions are ideal.
It's interesting coming to the Canaries, right? Because a lot of us live in places with a lot of green land, basically, you would say, right? And here it's kind of rocky, but it's also got a nice charm to it. So it's pretty cool being on the water and just looking up and seeing all the mountains and stuff. Yeah, it's a cool spot. The conditions are very variable, as what we've seen in the last few days. You can have from 9 knots to 18 to 20 knots, and it makes it exciting, you know, because it's also very shifty. So it's anybody's game, really. It's not like a one track and off you go, the fastest boat wins. So that's always exciting.
We're in a new location, which is great, and we're excited to be here in Fuerteventura and just learning that aspect. As far as the backdrop and the location, it kind of looks familiar in some aspects that we're used to in Puerto Calero. I know that this is part of the Calero family, and we love the fact that they bring us and host us in the two wonderful locations that they is dear to their heart. It's also makes for a nice time at this time of the year, and you know, late November, to come down and have great climate, great sailing conditions.
Fuerteventura is a place where normally there's very strong winds, more in the summer than the winter, but even that is still windy and forecast looks windy. Then as we are in the south is flat water, but yeah, it looks like we are going to have some tough days, and that makes the whole racing like super nice. We've been already training a few days, and it's super tight, and the boats, they go fast, and I think we are going to enjoy a lot, and the people coming to watch it, they are going to enjoy a lot.
Marina Jandia is located at the southern end of Fuerteventura and so is well protected from the trade winds. It also offers flexibility for 44 Cup racing, with Principal Race Officer Maria Torrillo able to move the course east if she wants to find more wind and even Atlantic Ocean type swell.
It's the first time we are going to race here, then we are all learning, competitors, myself, where to set the course. It is a difficult place because we have a high mountain to windward. It's 800 meters high, then we're going to have a lot of shifts for sure. We are expecting a lot of wind during the weekend, especially. Tomorrow should be okay. Then we will choose which course we are going. We have two of them. We might go to the one we think the wind is going to be the best, depending on the wind direction and the wind speed.
After some tricky practice days when the northerly wind was blowing down from the black peaks of Jandia National Park for the opening day of the 44 Cup Marina Jandia, the wind had generously veered beyond the forecast of northeast. In race 1, Chris Bake's Team Aqua found a gap 3 along from the committee boat end and fully up to speed as she crossed the line, enjoyed by far the best start of the fleet. With the bulk of the fleet preferring the right, the RC44 class president's team was first to reach the weather mark. At the leeward gate, she nearly let Marcus Tornquist's Gemera Racing in when the two split in opposite directions. But coming back from the left on the second beat, Team Aqua just managed to cross her rival and went on to claim the first billet of the 44 Cup Marina Jandia.
It was a good start. We had some speed crossing the line, and that put us in a good position. And then we managed to stay ahead the whole race. So boat handling was good and nice race.
In race 2, Torbjörn Tornqvist's Artemis Racing started 3 down from the boat end of the line and then hooked into a lane to the left of those that had already tacked onto port. Tacking at the starboard ley line just inside Team Aqua, Artemis Racing was able to slip ahead to reach the top mark in first place. Despite a strong challenge from Bake's team up the second beat, the Swedish RC44 was able to lead on to the final run and take the bullet.
It was a good start. Guys did a good job in controlling the boat in a good position, and we had good speed up the first beat, and managed to. The shifts went our way a little bit, and we got the lead, and just took it from there really.
In today's third and last race, Team Aqua again shone as she pulled into the lead down the first run. But Team Aqua let the bullet slip through her fingers after she left a charging Team Nika, inadvertently letting a left racing through in the process. So close was the finish between the trio of RC44s that the race team had to confirm the finish order after watching the video replay in slow motion. This revealed LF Racing to have won, but by 1 or 2 meters only from Team Aqua and Team Nika, all crossing within 1 second. 44 Cup Racing at its best.
We had a really good day. Just everything came together. We had a couple of changes on board, and it's just rebalanced things, giving us a different bit of energy and so forth. And so the guys did a really good job, guys and girls, a really good job just keeping the boat going, just balancing out that. And we had a couple of good starts, really good strategy that we just sort of lent on all day and went back to in each race. And you know, if you piece everything together to be successful in this class, you know, you have to start well, you have to be able to tack when you want, you have to be able to jibe when you want and not be under pressure or controlled or forced into a situation that you don't want to do. And so if you get that formula all right and it all goes your way, you can have some really good success. But we had a great day, but really, you know, when you were in the front group racing with, you know, we were close with Nika and Aleph a couple of times, and that racing was just brilliant. Both those other teams were doing phenomenal jobs, and the racing was just competitive and super hard and close between the three of us. Artemis in the second race, you know, so we all had a real good battle the whole way around, and that just makes it, you know, more enjoyable, whether you just beat them or just not, you know, but we all had the photo finish in the last race, and that was a full-on race the whole way around. You couldn't let up.
Fuerteventura delivered an exceptional second day on the water. With the black peats of Jandia Nature Park serving as a dramatic backdrop, the northeasterly wind built to 20 knots for the third race. But it was the sizable sea state that gave the owners a thorough workout as they surfed down the waves at a breakneck pace that almost had them matching the wind speed. Aleph Racing started where she left off the day before by winning the first race. Gamera and Team Aqua initially appeared to have done well, being first to the starboard ley line on the first beat. But Aleph Racing came in from the left and slipped in front to lead down the run.
We had a very good start. We had a good lane in the first beat, and after that it was relatively easy because, you know, when you're ahead in the class, you know, you end up capitalizing on it.
In the day's second race, the Turkish WOW sailing team won the pin after Charisma was called early over the start line. Their exceptional start meant the Turkish crew were able to cross the fleet when they tacked back onto port. At the top mark, the Turkish boat found herself ahead of considerable traffic, with a bunch up astern including Torbjörn Tornquist, Artemis Racing, Team Nika and Charisma. On the run, WOW sailing team again jibed early, but missing the ley line allowed more boats through, putting her back into 7th. Even so, an exceptional race for this newbie RC44 team from Turkey.
We sort of worked it out a little bit what was going on, so we're sort of in good shape at the top, but I overstood the ley line, which cost us a bit, but then we did a really good job downwind. We managed to stretch our legs and get the cross at the bottom, and then at the second upwind we managed to extend. So, and then the last one again we did a good job to get our nose in front, and then we were quick downwind in the last 2 races, so that helped a lot just to get out, and from there it's fairly straightforward, so it was good. Feel a lot better after today, because yesterday we struggled a little bit, but yeah, it's all closed up, and the front 5 have got a bit of a gap, so that's quite a nice position to be in, but we'll just keep doing what we've been doing and see where we end up.
In the final race, the right was looking good, and Peninsula Racing seemed in good shape once she'd reached the ley line, only for Artemis Racing and then Team Nika to tack ahead of her. Team Nika led onto the first run and into the gate where second place Artemis Racing seemed undecided. Eventually the Swedish boat went around the port mark, allowing Chris Bake's Team Aqua to pull into second, heading out to the right behind Team Nika. While Team Nika maintained her lead, Artemis Racing planted a lee-bow tack on Aqua to round the top mark in second, with her teammate Gamera Racing getting up to third. Team Nika went on to score her second bullet, 42 seconds ahead of Artemis Racing, with Gamera a further 12 seconds back.
Very good fun racing, 3 races per day, every day. So far we've been going pretty well, pretty stable in the top 5 pretty much on every race. We're pretty happy with our performance so far, and yeah, we hope to have some good races tomorrow and the day after.
Day 3 of the event and the waters off Fuerteventura's southern tip threw up more superb conditions, with brilliant sunshine along with easterly winds of 15 knots that built up to even more than 20. Prevailing in the big conditions were the Tornquist family's 2 RC44s, Artemis Racing and Gamera Racing. In the opening race, Torbjörn Tornqvist's Artemis Racing went hard left up the first beat to lead at the top mark and held on from there, despite persistent challenges from John Bassadoni's Peninsula Racing. Sadly, the Gibraltar team's charge fell apart on the final run, overtaken when Gamera and Nico Poon's Charisma Racing chose to jibe early, relegating Peninsula Racing to 5th.
The conditions were obviously quite extreme with a big swell, a lot of wind, but fun racing. You know, a few mistakes, but all in all, yeah, a pretty solid day. But the conditions were, you know, exactly what these boats are built for. You know, downwind, they're absolutely incredible.
Artemis Racing was on track to win the second race too, this time having started on the right and taking the left of the first beat later on to lead around the top mark ahead of Gamera and Team Aqua. However, immediately after the second top rounding, her kite blew up, handing Gamera the bullet. Remarkably, Artemis Racing managed to hoist a replacement kite in record time, and having dropped back to 5th, recovered 3 places to salvage a second ahead of a charging Charisma.
It was a tough racing day out there, but you know, it was a bit windier today, so a lot of nice rides downwind and a lot of hard work by the teams, and especially our team upwind. So yeah, it's a pleasure to sail here again.
The third race turned into a war of attrition. The Lanzarote-based Calero sailing team did not take part after suffering rudder problems in the previous race, leaving 9 boats out on the racecourse. Gamera's kite explosion allowed through Peninsula Racing, but in turn they had trouble at the start of the second beat, which handed the lead and eventually the win to Team Nika, who won by a hair from Peninsula Racing.
Today we had some good wind, building the whole day. We started with 12-14 knots, then the second race was around 16, and then the last race was averaging 18 knots, gusting 20. Really nice, good waves, really challenging conditions. It was a good day for the Gemera team. We did 2 very good races at the beginning, second and the first, and then the last race we finished 5th. We were leading the race at the top mark. Unfortunately, we blew up the kite on the hoist, but yeah, it's been a good day for us. We are leading the overall, and hopefully we will keep going well tomorrow.
After 3 days of 15-knot winds building to 20 plus, the final day of the 44 Cup Marina Jandia instead began in a brutal 25 plus knots of wind, but ended in just 8. This kept the RC44 teams on their toes, with plenty of sail changes and rig adjustments for the season's final 3 races. This week, conditions off the south of Fuerteventura have been some of the best of the season for the high-performance owner-driver one designs, with supreme surfing conditions generated by the giant Atlantic waves. Marcus Tornqvist's Gamera Racing was the paragon of consistency this week, never scoring lower than a 5th in the 10-boat fleet. On the final day, she provided a masterclass, winning all 3 races to finish on just 31 points after 12 heats. In fact, the Swedish team had the regatta sewn up with a race to spare, the first time a 44 Cup team has achieved this since Charisma the previous year in Marstrand, and also the first to achieve a perfect scoreline in a day since Charisma going all the way back to Cascais 2022.
Yeah, Team Gemera super happy. We won the event 1 race before the last one. We have been chasing this result for a long time, and it's been a great team effort. Super happy. Thanks to the whole team, the short team, the coach, and everyone, and our owner Marcus. We miss him. Ciao, thank you.
Scoring second best on the day was John Bassadoni's Peninsula Racing, posting results of 2, 3 and 5. In the bigger picture, Team Nicker's 642 maintained her second place, with her chief rival Ugla Pix LF Racing posting deep results. Vladimir Prosikin's team was able to secure the second consecutive 44 Cup season victory with a fine scoreline of 1-1-1-2. Just 5 points in total ahead of LF Racing on 11 and Gamera Racing on 12.
We are very happy to win the season, and last regatta was great. Gamera was unbeatable, obviously, and they were the best. But it was very good regatta for us and for everyone, with excellent conditions and quite a good place, new one. So that's it, I believe. Happy, celebrating now.
Really great event here in Fuerteventura. New venue. We had a great week of winds, actually tricky wind in the end, but great varied conditions and very tricky week as always. But we're super happy to come away with second. We did what we needed to do to win the season, and that's the second one in a row. So yeah, it doesn't really get any better than that. So we're very happy with how it's gone this year, and hoping we can come back next year and do it all again.
Oh, look, it's always wonderful to come and sail down here. It's a new venue, so definitely an interesting place. Shifty, great waves, windy. It was fantastic sailing, and we got to race every single day in a mix of conditions, which was super fun. We have had a great end of the season. You know, it's great to finish on a high, and it's a good start for us coming back for next year. So really happy with how the teams performed this event. Sad Torben couldn't be here, but very super grateful for the opportunity to sail. And yeah, looking forward to starting off next season with him on the helm and with a really strong team.
And so, after 5 hard-fought events throughout 2025, the season comes to a close. Competition in the 44 Cup starts early in the new year, with the 2026 season set to kick off in Lanzarote.